What's good, Lifestyle Podcast? Welcome back to the channel. This your boy Jared. Y'all, today we're gonna be looking at a video from Anton and black women. I'm speaking for the majority, not all of you. Just understand that. But today we're gonna be speaking upon an issue that was brought up on the Anton Daniels channel. And again, black women, this is for majority, not all of y'all. So if y'all come in the comment section and talk about not all, I know that. It's sad that I have to announce that, but still. But let's share the screen, and this is about black, and this is 2K saying that black women are too combative. Now, he's saying it, but listen to this.
Yeah, all I'm saying is there's truth to what you're saying. There's truth on both sides. If we really wanna have a conversation on young boys or just children being raised just by women, then let's advocate for men being responsible with their seed and being responsible after the fact. If they decide to impregnate a woman, right, because it takes two, that he should not feel like, well, even though I nutted in you, I don't want to take care of the kids, so I'm gonna just walk away because that's what happens, right?
It's funny how she's talking about that same old stereotype and trope that black men don't take care of their kids when meanwhile the CDC even says that black men take care of their kids more than other races of men. And that's the CDC saying this shit. So she's still perpetuating the old stereotypical trope about black men. So, let's continue.
That's what happens. And then you will say, well, why she let me do it? Well, why didn't you wear a condom if you walked into the bedroom knowing you didn't want to have a child? So instead of putting all the blame on these single mothers or on these out of wedlock children, men, I think, should address more men and advocate for them to have protected sex, to only impregnate women that they are married to, and if a whoops happen or we didn't mean to it, step up to the plate of their responsibilities and not be so quick to walk away. So we will have less households of single mothers and children just being raised by women. Now,
Funny thing is, she doesn't acknowledge the fact that a lot of these women choose to have these kids. After the man releases that sperm, he has no say so in that situation. I mean, also, these men could be telling these women that they don't want to have children with them, they just want to smash. I mean, I tell you guys all the time, keep rubbers on, don't watch who you smashing. I always say that. Watch who you smash. But the fact of the matter is that a woman has 9 months to figure out whether she wants to keep that baby or not. 9 months. Not a month, not 2 weeks, not a day. 9 months. If the man is not acting right within the first few weeks that you find out that you're pregnant, you should automatically get rid of it. But a lot of these women choose to keep these children in the hopes that these men stay. And then these men don't. Then they turn around, call these men deadbeats or ain't shit when he told your ass he didn't want to have a child with you. So that's on the women. It's not on men.
now I don't understand the whole, like, it's so horrible for children to be raised by women, right? It's like, what else are they supposed to do if the men are not staying and not rearing their own children? However, why do we have so much smoke on the parent that actually stayed and took care of the responsibility? So what I'm saying is another way, one second. So another way that we can fix our problem is to advocate responsibility on both ends. We should be telling these men to protect their seed and not just be so reckless with it just because they are weak to the flesh and they are obsessed with sex. And they think that, dropping their seeds off in women that they don't even like, respect, revere, or anything is okay because they're men. Because you all have been indoctrinated to believe the more sex you get, the more successful you are, the better the man you are. And really, these are all just tropes to impress other men. Meanwhile, you leaving your own kids with their
Okay,
single
so
mom.
okay, so
I
Jazz,
wasn't
Jazz,
done. I
the
wasn't
thing is,
done.
Now
I
you
wasn't.
long winded,
Jazz,
I
love.
Jazz,
wasn't.
the thing is,
All right, I'm
I
done.
feel all of that, but it's the man's
You're
job
not
to
feel, you're
keep
not
the.
you're
It's
not
the
feeling
man's job.
anything. You just want to
I do.
disagree.
I feel all of that, but it's the man's job to keep the man in line. As a woman, I didn't hear you say, and this is exactly what we talking about. You still came out and saying, "Well, men need to do." Shorty, you can't tell men what men need to do.
I
Get your
just said
sisters
that
in
we.
line. You didn't say
You're not
what they
listening,
can do. You didn't say what they can do. You didn't say women
Koi. Or
can you close your we need to close our legs and focus and try to.
She wants to put all the blame on the men, but like I just said, the men can't do nothing after that sperm is injected into the woman. The men can't do nothing. Women intentionally choose to keep children that they know they shouldn't be bearing. They open up their legs to men that they shouldn't be opening their legs up to. They do that voluntarily. So you can't sit here and put the blame on the men when it's the woman who allows that man inside of her body. Y'all always preach my body, my choice. But what happened to my body, my responsibility? Y'all always want to put responsibility on a man busting a nut inside of you, which he shouldn't have done in the first place. And I'll stand on business on that. Men, keep your dick out of women that you know you don't want to be with. Keep your dick to yourself. And women, keep your legs closed if you don't want to have a child. Or if you know the man ain't right or the man ain't responsible, and you see that, either get rid of the child or don't have sex with that man. It's simple as that. Y'all act like this shit's fucking rocket scientists. Y'all act like this shit's rocket science. Y'all don't want the responsibility. Y'all want the ability to make y'all's decisions, but y'all don't want to take the responsibility of it. Y'all have that decision when it comes to bearing a child, not the men. But y'all want to sit here and keep on that same old bullshit trope of men, he shouldn't have had sex with me, he shouldn't have done this. But meanwhile, you're the one that's carrying the damn child for 9 months. Y'all always want to put responsibility on the men, but y'all never want to have responsibility when it actually comes down to it. Y'all have the children. We don't bear children. Y'all do. That's y'all's body on the line, not the men's body. It's y'all's health that's at risk. But y'all want to sit here and always put the blame on the men when it's y'all's health at risk. Yours, not ours. Yours. So if you don't want to have that child, you should not bear it for 9 months. Simple as that. Y'all always want to say y'all create life. Meanwhile, it's the men that create life, but y'all the ones that it grows inside of. So y'all are the birth portal. Y'all are the birth portal. It ain't on men. We give you the seed, but it's your choice to carry the seed. Simple as that. Stop trying to bullshit us.
I
Get
just
married
said
before we.
that. You weren't listening, love. I said we both need to advocate
No,
responsibility
no, no,
on
no,
both
no. I
sides.
heard that part, and then
So
you
how
went
is
in.
that not
No, listen,
saying?
stop. No, listen. Because then you went in to specifically say what men could do when you're not a man. You should specifically say what women could do, because you dug real deep. Oh, men could
Okay,
do this and da da
great.
da. No,
Okay,
you need to
great. I'll
focus
give you
on
that.
women and talk to your
Okay.
sisters.
And so I was saying that to Anton or whatever other men to talk to the men, the younger men,
We don't
right?
need you to do that.
We already talking to the younger men about responsible sex. We're already talking to the younger men about that. I'm having the conversations. I'm talking to young men about it. Problem is, y'all don't want to correct the women. Y'all don't want to correct these young girls out here having all these damn kids. Is the problem is y'all. Y'all do not educate these young girls on the type of men out there. Y'all don't educate these girls about who to stay away from. Y'all don't educate these young girls about nothing. Y'all keep on telling these young girls go out there, make the mistakes, had a whole phase, and then meanwhile these women go out here and get pregnant by all these different men, and then y'all want to sit here and say, "Oh, you need to be having a conversation with the men." No, you hoes need to need to stand on that square and y'all go take responsibility for the bullshit that y'all allow to happen. We are talking to the younger men about this shit. We talking to these young men about this shit every day, and they seeing it. They only confirming what we saying. The problem is y'all are the very ones that be out here telling these young girls to go out here and have a whole phase. So who's supposed to do that? Who's supposed to have the responsibility on that? You've got Shira Seven, you've got Ashley Dalton, you've got fucking Brittany Renner, you got all these different other women out here telling women go have a whole phase. Superhead go have a whole phase, but yet y'all want to still have the responsibility on the men. Stop telling these girls to go out here and have a whole phase. That's y'all's responsibility to tell them to try something different. Go a different path because y'all have made the mistakes. That is on you, ladies. Ain't on us. Stop bullshitting us.
We don't need you to say
I
that. We
didn't
got
say
that on
me.
the
You're not
dog.
listening, love.
We
I
don't.
said for
We
the
don't
men.
need you to tell. Go ahead, man.
We don't need you to do it either. Here's what I will say though for women. Yes, stop giving it up to these men who don't take you seriously. Stop having sex with these men on the first night who don't respect you, who only view you as sexual objects.
And she's just doing this shit right now on this podcast because he said something about it. If he wouldn't have said nothing about it, it wouldn't have been. She wouldn't have said nothing. She would have stood on that same bullshit square that she's been on this whole entire time. This whole 2 minutes and 39 seconds. She would have stayed on that square. If he wouldn't have said nothing about telling these young girls to not do that stuff, she wouldn't have said shit. But now that he said something about it, now she want to say, stop giving it up to this and this and this with a snarky ass attitude. That's the bullshit we're talking about. That's the reason why we don't want to fucking talk to y'all about nothing.
Only involve yourself with men who want to be in relationship with you and have a commitment to you. Do not allow these men to have sex with you unprotected. Always use a condom. Always use contraceptives. And if he doesn't want to use a contraceptive, you need to exit that room stage left immediately. Absolutely. I say this to women all the time. Value your womb, value your body, and do not just lay with any and everyone. And don't let a man manipulate you and to think that it's okay to just give it up so quick just because he like you or because he high value or all of this, that, and the third. Absolutely, women, keep your legs closed. These men are not worth shit, right? These men are not
Dang!
worth
Wow!
you.
Whoa!
Yeah, I said what I said.
So we
These men are not worth shit. So, begs the question, who hurt you? Because for you to say that, somebody's really hurt you. Y'all let us say that about men. Who's hurt you, who's done this to you, who's done all this bullshit. Y'all be the quickest ones to say that shit. But yet, boy, I tell you.
A lot of these men, I mean, we got just as much as single mothers we have just as much deadbeats. So to avoid being either, right?
no,
Avoid,
no, no.
just to
We got way more
avoid,
single moms.
just to avoid, just to avoid,
We
just
got
to
way more
avoid
single mothers.
being a single mother, keep your legs closed. To avoid that, I'm sorry, hold on. Have a child with a man who actually respects and wants to make an honest woman out of you. That's the advice I have for women all day, every day. And all I'm saying is, let's continue to do that on both ends. As women, we need to be advocating that for our younger women and women in society today. And I think men should shift the focus from condemning,
Hold up.
right, so much on black women or whatever the case may be.
Here's the problem. When you have figureheads like Sexy Red promoting bullshit ideology like being a single mom, niggas ain't shit, you saying that shit too, Meg the Stallion twerking all over the goddamn place, Cardi B, although she ain't even black, but y'all listen to Cardi B, whatever she got something to say, Nicki Minaj, Brittany Renner, and all these different hosts of other females out here that's Suki Hana, Natalie Nunn, who's promoting all this damn ratchet bullshit. Y'all should be condemning them, not the men. When those are your figureheads and your representation, you have nothing that you can say to the men because the educated brothers, the brothers that's actually going out here and doing something with themselves, their representation ain't fucking rappers and damn hoes. Let's keep it a buck. We ain't out here propping up these street Negroes. We not. Y'all the only one that's over here propping up women by the likes of Sexy Red and damn Sukiana and damn Ice Spice. Y'all are doing that, not us. So seriously,
and talk to the men more. Because I don't ever hear men saying things like, men, you need to respect yourself more and stop laying your seed with any and everybody. And men also, when you do lay down and you have unprotected sex, you have to be responsible for what comes out of
Okay,
it.
we heard you say that.
that's funny because she's the type of woman that'll listen to Dr. Umar. She'll be the very type of woman that'll listen to Dr. Umar, but she won't listen to the men that's around her that's telling the truth about things. She'll listen to everything that Umar says or listen to some bullshit from somebody instead of actually listening to what black men that are in the community day by day are saying.
Sorry, but
Okay,
I
well
feel
then
you.
that's what it
I
is.
feel you. I like that.
Okay, I
I
feel you
like that.
too.
But I
Everything
like
that
that.
you stated, though, is a choice. We have control over all those things that you stated, as far as on the men's side and the woman's side. What Black men are saying is that on their side of it is that when they choose to do better, now what they have to deal with is Black women who have indoctrinated feminism. And at that point, any level of compromise is cut off because now we live in a world where we don't need them. And we tell them that to their face. So, what exactly, like, that's the disconnect that we're having here because
Ray, are
everything
you
that you stated is a choice and we control everything that happens.
She literally just fucking told her like, "Yo, we understand what you're saying, but the problem is the brothers are actually doing a lot better. The brothers are telling these women are telling these men the truth and what to do. Problem is there's a disconnect between all of this disconnect between black men and black women because that's that same bullshit trope and there's feminism in that. So what can you really say to us?
absolutely Ray? Are you that type of black woman? Are you that type of black woman
What
that
type of Black
if
woman?
the type of you said that men are dealing with black women, right? Who are have been indoctrinated by feminism. They're no compromising. We're just all of these horrible things, right? But are you that?
No, she's probably not, but we can tell that you are just by the way you acting.
Are you that type of black
No,
woman, Carrie? Carrie, are you? I don't think so. Miss
Oh,
Lisa,
well,
are
no,
wait,
I
you?
think that
Are you that type
feminism,
of
I think
woman?
that feminism is absolute BS. But the
I
thing
agree.
is that
I agree.
this is the conversation that Black men have in terms of Black women in mass, not me in particular.
Well, the thing is that I think you know,
hold on.
what you focus on.
Somebody cooking in the background. I don't know
Yeah,
who.
my man is cooking. And he is. But what I'm saying
Who
is this,
cooking?
my man,
Hit her
It,
the dude in the shirt
my
in the
man. Oh
white shirt.
yeah,
your
I don't know
man
why he
cooking?
gets so mad.
At your house?
Why your married tail self get so mad when these other single women are in relationships? I'll never understand it in time, but whatever.
I don't
I didn't
understand
say
how a single
nothing.
woman's in a
You know you can
relationship.
say,
No.
oh stop it.
What?
You
Wait. What did I do?
nothing. We don't even have to unpack that.
She
What
said
what
What
I
that
did
you
wanted
you
to
get
say,
mad
nothing?
when
you
single
never do
women
any
are in relationships.
No,
you
Hold on.
I mean single as in unmarried.
Wait a
Single as
minute.
in
Wait a minute.
unmarried.
The only thing I've done tonight is create space for you to get your thoughts off.
Okay, and I appreciate you. So
You,
I'm
this the fixed rebellion you were
you
talking
didn't
about?
say Anton, I was just joking around. So here's what
Oh,
I want to say, and I'm gonna just let it go.
you should get that 2K.
What I'm saying,
You don't
what
get
I'm
at me.
saying,
She don't want
I'm
that smoke.
you right. I don't want the smoke,
I
the
know you
hugs,
don't, baby. That's
the
long stuff.
nothing you have to offer. I want. You absolutely right.
I can
So what
tell
I'm
you
saying,
right.
what
Nobody want
I'm
no
saying,
headstrong ass woman in
what
their house neither.
what I'm saying is this, right? What you focus on the most is what you will see in your in your eyesight. While we do know that there are a lot of black women who are just combative, I'm not even gonna say black women, just women in general, right?
No, just plain.
Combative.
Call it what it is.
All right, whatever. Combative, uncooperative, not friendly. We know that there are some black women that are that way, but there.
No, 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 no. Tell the fucking truth. Tell the fucking truth. Shame the devil. It's not some. It's majority. It's a good majority of black women that are literally like that. Combative as hell. Don't know how to shut the fuck up and listen, including you. There's majority of black women like that. Majority of them are. There's gonna be some that's like Ray, that's calm, cool, and collected, and that's actually understands the truth. But for the most part, most black women are like that. Most black women are combative as hell. Trying to talk to them and tell them the truth is like trying to drill through a fucking diamond with the fucking dull drill. You can't drill through it. It's too hard, too dense. Y'all don't know how to shut the fuck up and actually listen. Y'all don't receive information. Y'all love to spew out some bullshit, but when it's information that challenges your narrative, you can't listen to it because your programming won't allow you to. That's the problem that black men have with black women as a majority. When there's information that combat that same bullshit programming that you've been taught for decades, y'all don't know how to shut the fuck up and actually listen to it. Because it challenges your thought process. It actually challenges you to wake up and actually look around and say, and assess what's going on. Y'all don't like that. Y'all are too comfortable with that bullshit narrative. But when somebody comes out and tells you the truth about things and tells you the narrative that's been sold to you through media and through politics, then you look around like, what? What? That can't be real. I refuse to listen. We know it's the truth. A lot of black women are hard-headed as hell. Y'all don't want to listen. Especially when it comes from a black man. Y'all definitely won't listen. If it comes from a black woman or a damn campaign, y'all definitely won't listen to it. If it's speaking positive about black men. Y'all listen to white men, we say black men ain't shit. Y'all listen to a white man that say black men ain't shit, but when it's your brothers telling you we actually do the work and are actually trying to become better, y'all refuse to listen because it challenges your programming. I've dealt with that shit my entire fucking life. I'm a good black man and I get told by other black women, "Oh, you ain't shit." I've been told that shit so many damn times. I've lost count.
Also a lot like Ray, like myself, like Carrie, like Q, that are very pleasant with their men, that can speak life into their men, that want to follow their man's lead. My question is, why y'all not running into these good women? Because an intelligent person knows while they're
If there's a good woman, that woman is instantly scooped up. If there's a good woman out there, she's instantly scooped up by a black man. It's the ones that are bad that's the majority that's single. But y'all don't want to listen to that. If she's a good woman, she's 9 times out of 10, she's already scooped up the next day. She's already with somebody. She's already married. Or on the verge of getting married. If she's a good woman, if she's a good black woman, she's already probably getting married soon. Or is already married. So, that whole notion of why aren't they dating the good women? It's because the good one, there's a lack of good women. Now, if there was a majority of good women, we'll see your connection. But the problem is there's a majority of bad women that's trash out there, and there's a lack of good women. Finding a good woman is like finding a good black woman is like finding the candy cane and the damn stack of needles. That's like finding a snow globe in the cosmos. It won't happen. It's rare.
there is a bunch of bad, there's also a bunch of good. But where
We
your
get that.
focus goes is is where your energy flows. So you can't just paint this picture and say, oh, this is what we're going through. Well, that's what you're focused on. You're focused on all the negatives, so that's all you see.
No,
There's
that,
I
so
No,
think
it's
many.
not.
that's I
It's
think
not.
that that is a
It's not that.
completely different conversation. That is a
No, it's
completely
the
different
same
conversation.
conversation. They're
hold on,
just
It's
not.
wait,
They're
completely
wait,
just not.
different because when you walk out of the house as a black woman in general, you're showing your black men what you think they deserve.
but see,
Wait, what?
the problem with this conversation is that,
What?
for example, she used Q, Carrie, Ray. I don't know Litza in real life, but she used Q, Carrie, and Ray, right? And I'm the person that says that black women are incredibly combative, but at the same time, Q, Carrie, and Ray is all a part of my people that I'm really cool with in real life. All
Yeah.
three of them.
Be, right.
So just because I say and I hold women accountable in mass and say that they are incredibly combative does not mean that you using them as an example negates what it is that I made as far as a point. They
What?
may be cool, they may be awesome, they may have good energy and all of that, but it doesn't mean that the majority of women that we see operating and got the biggest microphones and advocating for women to be a certain type of way don't fit that same narrative
Yeah.
of rebellion, combative, and problematic.
Absolutely.
And
What
the
I'm
thing is,
saying
we know
is
that.
that you're only focused on the problem when there are women out here that are not given these kind of problems.
We're focused on the problem because it's a massive problem. Mass majority of women have that same problem. We're focusing on the problem because that's the only way that we can fix the problem. The problem is majority of black women are like this. It's not a minority, it's a majority. That is a massive amount of black women. So when we focus on the problem, it's because we need to talk about the problem. We know there's good black women out there. We already know this. But the fact of the matter is that all of y'all group each other in the same group and y'all don't know how to shut the fuck up and separate yourselves, especially if you got a good man at home that actually is taking care of you. Y'all don't know how to listen. Y'all group all yourselves together. It's that crab in the bucket mentality that a lot of black women have. We know there's a good black woman out there. We don't need you to repeat that bullshit. We already fucking know that. Problem is, majority of black women have this same issue and it's a problem. That's why we focus on the problem and then trying to fix it before it becomes a bigger issue, which is becoming a bigger issue. There's a reason why y'all not getting married at the rates that other races of women are getting married. And that's because y'all got a stank ass attitude, a fucked up ass mindset, and y'all got all these damn different kids by different men. So we seeing the fucking problem. That's what we're trying to correct. Problem is y'all didn't correct it. Now we as men have to come in and correct the fucking issue because y'all refuse to correct it. Y'all went along with the bullshit, talking about, oh, it's okay, just do this. No, y'all fucking didn't correct the issue, and now we're having to come in and correct it ourselves.
You're right,
But
but
That's
the
all
see,
I'm
mass
saying.
majority of them is.
hold on.
No, no, they're not. That's just
Hold
your
on, hold on. But
focus, Jay.
here's the problem, Jazz.
You're so
If you
negative.
got
Your ideal about it is already negative.
if you have three children and one of them is unproblematic and two of them are going down the wrong path, do you focus the majority of your issue on the one that's unproblematic, or do you focus the majority of your time on the two that's possibly going down the wrong path?
We're talking about children. Of course, we're gonna focus on the children who are going down the wrong path.
It's just the damn. We focus on the problem at hand, not the damn one that's actually doing good, stupid. You trying to say it's just we're talking about children. No, we're talking about a problem. He's just using the example as children, but we all know what it means. You're the only one that's trying to damn sit here and say, oh, it's children. So, of course, we're going to focus on it too. We already know. Wow.
Of course.
And it's the same thing when it comes to society in every capacity. The people that are unproblematic, those are the ones that we recruit to actually deal with the ones that are problematic. So I don't have to sit there and tell Ray, Carrie, or Q, hey, listen, y'all bad for the community, because they're not bad for the community. I'm gonna spend my
There
time
are a
on
lot
it.
of women not bad. There are a lot of women
I'm
that
gonna
aren't bad.
spend
That's all
my
I'm
time.
saying.
There are women that aren't bad. I'm not saying that all women are bad,
So
but
can we
again,
focus on them for once?
you introduced it by saying that we are speaking towards the majority, correct? We're
I
not
don't believe
speaking
that.
towards individualistic.
Yeah, but I don't
Because
think
y'all
just
not a
like the
monolith.
major right, and just like I don't believe what people believe about black men that you all are broke, dusty, destitute, deadbeat, not anything worth of value. I don't believe that about black men. I
She's missing the fucking point, and this is the reason why I don't do fucking panels. She's missing the entire point, and she knows what Anton is saying is right. She knows this. Problem is, her ego won't let him be right. So she's having to say all this different shit just to try to make a fucking point that's already been fucking made.
would never
Well,
say that's the majority.
it
Wait,
doesn't
hold
matter
on.
what we
But here,
believe.
right? But what I'm saying is this: it's not true. I would never say that the majority of black men, but that is the stereotype that you all have on you.
No, the
It
majority
is.
of
It is.
no.
It
You missed
is.
the
It
majority
is.
of black men are behind the line when it comes to what they're supposed to be as far
No,
as
black men are excelling. Black men are doing great things. Black men
listen.
are getting
I
married.
don't move in delusion. When I
Right,
look at the data
exactly.
and I look at the statistics, it
Black men
says
are great.
that
They're doing amazing
it
things.
says that we are below average as a collective. I may not be. 2K may not be. Khalil may not be. Quentin and Xavier may not be. But as a collective, we are behind.
I can second that. I'm a little behind, but the thing is, I'm 25. I'm a little behind, but I'm 25. But I'm moving fast. Problem is, there's other brothers my age group aren't moving like me. That's the problem. There's men that's older than me that aren't moving like me. So collectively, I understand what Anton's saying. As a collective, we as brothers, we're behind the eight ball. Behind the eight ball. We're behind other races of men. We're behind, and I can say that clearly. We're behind, but the thing is, yes, we're starting to excel, but the thing is, we're still behind. The way that a lot of brothers need to move, they're not. A lot of us are out here waiting on new Jordans to release. We're out here buying unnecessary shit. I'm included in that too. I got my guilty pleasures, which I need to kind of, you know, cut back on a lot. But still, I can say that as a brother. Yes, a lot of us are behind. That's not me trying to discredit us. That's me acknowledging an issue that we have. Same thing with black women. A lot of black women have a nasty ass attitude. That's not me trying to doggone tear you down. That's me acknowledging that y'all have an issue and that y'all need to acknowledge too. That y'all need to fix. Same with us.
We are behind. That's just the
Behind.
reality.
I mean,
We are substandard when it comes to even meeting the average of what we are supposed to be earning. And that's why I don't have bias and I'm an equal accountability smoke giver. And I go off on men just as much as I go off on women. So
you're right.
at the same time, men don't have a problem with that. Women have a problem with us addressing the issues of them because they're trying to equalize instead of taking accountability. And again, it may not be you,
I can
but
see that.
in mass, in general, it's problematic.
Right. I mean, I see both sides. All I'm saying is that if you constantly are focused on the negative side of things, that's all you're going to experience. Right? That's all you're going to like if I'm out here with a chip on my shoulder about black men, they ain't nothing, they this and that, and I have this negative viewpoint, of course I'm gonna think this is the majority. But y'all walk into situations automatically assuming all black women are bad. Y'all all bad, and the
We
ones that
say the
are good,
majority.
That's cap.
okay, the
Hold on.
majority of us are
I
good.
can't say that because I don't
Okay.
experience that in my household or any of the women that surround me.
Right. So okay, so the majority of black women are bad, we're horrible, and we're
Now,
sorry.
I'm not saying bad and horrible. So you using these crazy adjectives. I said rebellious. They have
Rebellious,
they have a
combative.
spirit. They do. They have, honest to God, Jazz. If
Yeah.
we just gonna be for
No, no,
real,
no, no, no. You're
like
right.
for real.
I agree. No, 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 no. I agree. Like I totally agree. I have combative ways in these moments, right? I'm not saying no one is perfect. Okay. What I'm saying is that we should not, first of all, to be below average as a collective, we know it was designed that way. We were not given the same advantages as others.
We may have not. We may have had disadvantages in the beginning, but there's so many different ways to make money online nowadays that is insane. A lot of us are lazy. We're comfortable with working a 9 to 5 job. We're comfortable with it. It's a steady stream of income that we can count on every time we get paid. Every time that payday hit, we can expect that. We can expect, as long as we go to work, I'll make a check and I'll be happy with it. Put in some extra hours, I'll be happy with it. My bills are paid. A lot of us are comfortable with it. We don't like the uncertainty if I'm going to be able to pay my bills or not. A lot of us feel that. I'm working on an online store and I'll do YouTube, but I also have a full-time job. So I'm not excluding myself out of it. I'm trying to break out of it, yes, but I'm not excluding myself from it. I'm comfortable knowing that I'm going to be getting paid a good paycheck every 2 weeks. I'm comfortable with that. But what I'm not comfortable with is everything's going up and I can barely afford my cost of living. So I'm having to think outside of the box. I understand that. So I'm having to go outside of my comfort zone and try to build myself some extra income so that I can afford to do the things that I want to do. I'm having to try new things. I'm having to experience new things. But a lot of us are too comfortable with going to a job every day and not having to do anything do anything extra when we get off. And that's the God honest truth. A lot of us are comfortable with that. A lot of us got to get outside of the comfort of going to a 9 to 5 job and just going home, sitting on our ass, drinking a couple of beers and going to sleep every night and doing the same thing over and over and over again until we retire. We have to get outside of that mindset because regardless if you want to believe it or not, there ain't going to be no social security for us when we retire. So you're going to have to do it now while you got the chance. While you still got the ability to be able to move around as freely as you can, you're going to have to do that. Because the way that this world is going, the world is changing rapidly.
Others, especially in this country, we have been disadvantaged as a collective since forever, right? So of course, statistically, we're going to fall shorter and behind because we didn't get a head start like everybody else did. And then when we did progress,
Everybody don't have a head start. It's
oh,
plenty of minority communities
okay, well just hear
that
me
came
out,
in
bro.
after us and they kicking our ass because
Okay.
because
Jazz,
our cultural norms is not.
yeah,
It doesn't
Okay,
make
I'm done
for.
talking for tonight. I
Jazz,
can't.
listen, because I know you're a Christian woman, I got a chapter that's gonna help you.
No,
All right.
don't talk to me.
If you turn to Ecclesiastes chapter 26, verse 25, it say a headstrong woman should be regarded as a dog. Now you know what a female dog is, but I ain't gonna say that word. All right. You too combative, love.
You know, I can say this though. Regardless of if she wants to hear the truth or not, the
At
truth.
4:30 p.m., 31-year-old
The
Nanako
hell?
returns home from the
Why the fuck did it play? Oh, that's from Jay's channel. But regardless of what she wants to believe or not, she knows the damn truth. She just refuses to listen to the truth. And the problem is, she's the type that's gonna do it her way, regardless of if it's the wrong way or not. She's that type. And the problem is, that type of woman is too combative for her own good. When you have a woman like that, it's best to just let them make their mistakes and just go on by the wayside. Because Far too many black women are like that. But like, share, subscribe to the channel, support the podcast, inspire.com. If you guys want to support me on Patreon, please do. And if you want to send anything through Cash App, $ skyrocket 04, and please support the channel. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.